Hey guys, me Dave, and welcome back to week 20 of building Mandalore. So first off, you might notice that I am not currently behind Mandalore. That is for a very specific reason, being that we are going to be building so much today that I didn't want to reveal what would be behind me. So I'm actually just in the other part of my Lego room, which we'll actually take a look at in just a second. If you guys haven't seen my entire Lego Star Wars collection video, that was a massive hit this week. It almost went sort of viral, got like 100,000 views within 2 days, which is pretty big for my channel. So that was really awesome seeing you guys have a great response to that. But what we're going to be doing for Mandalore is insane. We're going to change the entire mock. We're going to get one of the biggest parts, and I think you know what it is based off the title and thumbnail, but you know what it's coming. And it's going to be amazing. I can't wait for you to see it at the end of the video. I'm also going to be talking about the finale for the Mandalorian TV show happened today for the first season. I'll talk spoilers about the finale at the end of the video. But first, let's go ahead and dive into this week's week 20 of Building Mandalore, starting right now, guys. Alright guys, so starting Mandalore off this week. As you can see, I can't even really get into the room at the moment. It's kind of cluttered around here. That's because I had to store things in this room because I basically had to take over this entire area over here to show my entire Lego Star Wars collection. If you haven't seen the video already, it's down in the description down below. It is an amazing, awesome video. I highly recommend anybody check it out. It's the first time I ever showed the entire Lego Star Wars collection for the first time. I will be making an updated video in 2020 because those of you out there, especially those of you who have been following my Mandalorian series all the way up till now, will know there are some missing sets here, including those 6 Mandalorian starfighters right there that still need to be built for the Mandalorian mock. So this isn't everything, and we'll be definitely making an update as 2020 comes. But yeah, so what I actually want to do is we're not going to work directly on Mandalore right now. We will in just a little bit. But I actually want to just show a time-lapse of me putting all of this back up on the shelves over there. I thought that might be a fun little introduction to get back into Mandalore after basically having to build and show and take everything off these shelves. I think it'd be really cool to do a time-lapse and show how I'm going to go ahead and put this back on the shelves. Meredith is actually going to come down here and help as well. So let's go ahead and take a look of what that looks like right now, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse. That was a bunch of fun putting the sets back up on the shelves, and I'll show that in just a second. But what I want to do is return to Mandalore for a little bit here. So unfortunately, I ordered parts for both the secondary window, so basically We need to replicate that window over here. And then I also ordered the parts for what I need to create the central balcony area. So one Brink order came in today and one did not. So the one that did so happened to be the balcony. So I plan this week to actually make another one of those windows, but because the parts aren't here to make the secondary window, today, guys, we are going to start, hopefully finish this balcony middle portion. The biggest part of Mandalore starts today. Hopefully we'll get it done. I can't promise it, but it's going to be a big piece, guys. It's going to be massive. So if we take our attention, go to the other room, there's all those sets that I was just putting up onto the shelves from the floor from the Lego Star Wars collection. Looks really good. But here is what I needed in order to make that balcony. I needed a whole bunch of these 6x8 Technic bricks. I have 2 bags of them. That should be plenty. Because if you guys remember, if we make our way back over to here, because of this structure is going to be protruding outwards this direction, it needs to be stabilized and connected to these 2 walls that we have built on both sides. And so that is why I added these Technic parts on each side, so that way the weight can be held by each wall. So that's the goal. This is going to be fun. This is going to be interesting. Can't wait, guys. So let's see what it looks like. Guys, oh man, are you guys ready to have your mind blown? Look at that. Holy cow. Look at that. Oh my god, it looks so good, guys. I am absolutely thrilled with the way the balcony has come out. And then, just seeing it with that mural, it's just coming together perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Like, that looks so good. I am absolutely thrilled with the way this came out. So, to be honest, I actually heavily modified this area. So this whole design right here, it mimics the design from the concept art, but it isn't exact. I had to kind of just play with it a little bit because it wasn't really looking that great with Lego if I was trying to do 1-to-1. So I kind of modified it with some sloping and stuff like that to make it look a little, just to have it blend better with what was going on. And I think it looks perfect. Absolutely perfect with the mock that we've been building all of these months. Just holy cow. Let me just step back here. Just give you that view. That looks so good, guys. I can't wait for next week, that other window to be over there. And then don't forget, so where this is at the top is the top portion. So this right here will all get filled in and it'll all be that high. I think that's a good height, actually. I like that height. Now I'm seeing it with the big centerpiece. I think that's a good height. Can't imagine why you'd want to go any taller than that. I mean, obviously it would be cool, but man, this thing was already super heavy, a super big pain in the butt to get up there, guys. You have no idea how much work it was to install that. If we flip around here on the back, here's what this crazy thing looks like. It's pretty insane. A lot of white bricks and just internal structures. There's those Technic beams that I was talking about that were really important, and you can kind of see these Technic rods are actually bending just a teeny bit because of the amount of weight that these two walls on each side are holding. So you can see the red bricks are just double securing. I've got like extra, bricks here and there, just trying to secure it. For some reason, the red bricks won't attach here and here, so that's why there isn't any in there. But regardless, I'm like 90% sure it's nice and stable and shouldn't fall down. I'm gonna cry if like tomorrow I come into the Lego room and this entire wall just fell down. That would really be a bummer. I don't think that's gonna happen. From what it looks like, it doesn't seem to be bending or anything like that. It looks to be pretty straight, so it doesn't seem like the whole wall is like warping sideways or anything like that. So I think we're in the clear. It looks good. You can actually see I left that part underneath here open. Not really sure why. It was kind of an honest mistake, but it's really not a big deal at all. So yeah, here's the whole back area. Not so pretty. But if we come over here, man, that's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I am so happy with the way that came out, guys. I think it's perfect looking. I do want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions. Do you think this should be any different? I think it looks great. I think with these two sidewall decorations and you have that window, you're really getting the full picture now. And especially when you come back and just see the whole thing like that, that just looks... That's Mandalore, guys. Holy cow. I cannot wait. So next week we will be finishing up, getting those top parts all even, and we'll get that second window with the other bricklink order that should come in by then, and we'll get that all filled in. So, wow, what an episode, guys. Let's go ahead and end it out. All right, guys, what did you think of that balcony? Whew. Whew. I am just absolutely thrilled with the way it came out. I am so happy with it. Just, I was a little worried. I was worried it wouldn't work in the mock. Something would be off, but I really think this one hit home. Of course, I'll be looking at your feedback. Some of you guys have ideas or suggestions of what to change. That'd be great to hear down in the comments. I think the biggest thing I might expect in terms of the comments is the actual space for the minifigures. So you might have noticed that I only had Bo-Katan and a Death Watch Trooper. You could really only fit 2 minifigures, maybe 3 if you really squeeze it in there. It's a small balcony because the scale of the concept art is a lot bigger than the scale that I'm building at with Lego. So it's kind of weird. If I made it bigger, then automatically the whole thing feels like balcony's way too big for the scale of what I'm doing for the back wall. So it had to be scaled appropriately. Unfortunately, that means that you really can't put so many figures. I know there's some images of the balcony in the Clone Wars show. I just didn't really want to go too crazy with it because I didn't want it to have like it needed to work with all of the patterns and basically what we had been building up until now. So I went with a specific direction. It's not exact to what the concept art or the show does, but I still think it works good enough to where it blends in perfectly with everything we've built so far. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I do still want to hear your thoughts on it. So that's been quite a thing. Hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse of seeing all the Lego Star Wars collection being put up on the shelves. Pretty neat. And then lastly, so we're going to talk spoilers for The Mandalorian Episode 8. This is the finale of Season 1, so if you haven't watched the show or haven't gotten to the finale, then by all means, go ahead and end the video now. But I do want to quickly talk about my thoughts for the finale, and wow, I absolutely love The Mandalorian TV show. It is, especially Episode 8, with some of the stuff, it's basically what I've always wanted to see in a Star Wars live action show, or just in a Star Wars movie. Just some of that gritty action with the Mandalorian and the Stormtroopers, Car kicking ass and all that. Like, it was fantastic. And then of course we get that Flame Trooper. That whole action sequence was perfect. I love everything with the Scout Troopers and Baby Yoda. IG-11 was perfect. Like, nothing but a praise. That show was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. 11 out of 10. That's how good I think it is. It's so good that I am considering to make a mock based off that. I don't know if there'll be a building mock or anything like that. We'll see in the future. I'm not saying that's the next building series, but I definitely want to make a mock from the show at some point. So I'll leave you guys with that. It's week 20. We have the balcony done now. Basically by next week we'll have the other window and finish off that top part, which will mean we are pretty much almost done with the entire exterior of the Mandalorian mock. So that leaves just the interior for January, basically. That's perfect. You know, I've been telling you guys that I planned on basically trying to get it done around February by the time the Clone Wars TV show comes out, and I think that's going to happen. I really do. I think we're on track for that. I'd say we've probably got another 7 to 10 weeks in us before it's done. That's being conservative. Could be less, could be more. I really don't think it'll be more. I think it definitely won't go past week 30 for sure. Week 30 would put us at, I think that would put us past February. So yeah, I think we'll probably be done around week 28 is my guess for the finale. So we'll see if that happens. I do also want to wait for the actual Clone Wars show to come out before I finish and put the finale up, so that I make like an accurate, Siege of Mandalore battle inside the mock. I'm also going to probably leave some areas open to interpretation for also the show. So like interior areas, I'm going to start interior areas in January, but I'm not going to go crazy with it in case there's some specific scene or moment in the Siege of Mandalore from Season 7 of Clone Wars to actually add to the mock. So we'll talk more about that as we get closer. But guys, Mandalore is really coming together now. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for an amazing 2019. We're closing out the year here with Mandalore. I'll see you guys in 2020, which it's a horrible joke, but I'll see you guys next year. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.